What's up, everybody? It's John Forget with Mexico Life Realty, brokered by EXP. And my job today is to show you how to lower or even eliminate capital gains on the sale of your Mexico real estate. First, what exactly are capital gains and why do we need to pay them in Mexico? Well, it's taxes. And every government in this world runs on taxes, and they want as much as they can get. To determine what your capital gains are, you first need to sell your property or have it listed anyways. When we have that amount that you expect to get on the sale of your property, we're going to subtract a few things. We're going to subtract how much you paid for the property, a little bit of inflation. We're going to subtract some of the real estate costs that you had when you purchased the property, as well as any capital expenditures that you've put into the property. So that could be like adding another floor, adding a bedroom, something that you've added to fundamentally increase the value of the property. Now, if it's a lot, it's not going to happen because there's nothing there to increase the value. And if it's a condo, it's going to be considerably less, even if you've done any improvements in the property. This is the most important part of capital gains, is that the price you pay does not matter if it's US or Canadian. It was written down as pesos. So if the pesos were 10 to 1 when you bought, when you sold, it's going to be 20 to 1. You need to understand that because everything about the taxes in Mexico is based upon the peso. The other thing is that if it's not in your name or the name of a person, there can be no capital gains exemption. A business cannot have that as their primary residence. So what can you do to lower your capital gains? First, call us. We're the ones that do this every single day, and we'll be able to walk you through the steps to get to where you need to be. So if you haven't listed your property yet, now is the time to do this stuff. Secondly, you need a temporal or a permanente visa. If you do not have a temporal or permanente visa, you need to write this down or have a device. Just type in SoniaDiaz.mx, SoniaDiaz.mx. She's an immigration attorney. She will help you get what you need to be able to start the next part of the process. By recommending Sonia Diaz, we make zero money. We don't even know her. She has just done amazing things for clients that we have. You've got your visa. Now it's time to head to the tax department. Yay! SAT in Mexico is where you're going to go, and you're going to apply to get an RFC or a tax ID number. That tax ID number is the most important thing in this whole equation because without it, there is no exemption. Well, wait, I said without the temporal or permanente, there's no exemption. That's also correct. Also, there's something else we're going to need, and I'll talk about that in a minute. But when you go to the tax department and you're giving them your information, do not give them the address that you plan on selling eventually. You need to give them another address because Mexico's logic is, why would you sell an address that we're probably going to send something to later on? I've never had anybody told me they've received any information from the Mexican government, but it's just their logic. You've got the visas, you've got the tax ID number. Now it's time to make sure the bills are in your names. Now, if there are two of you, you've got a husband and wife, two primary owners of the property, one needs their name on the electric bill, the other on the phone bill. And you need to have the RFC on that bill as well. So if you've got the bills in your name with your RFC number, you've got your RFC number, you've got your temporal, your permanente, you now qualify for the exemption up to 700,000 UDIs or 4.5 million pesos or 235,000 US dollars as of May 2021. If you have any questions about what I've just said here, if you want to know how it's going to work for you, first of all, I'm not a notary. The notary is the one who determines what the capital gains are. My suggestion is always talk to a notary. Then you call me and then you find out where our value comes from. So my phone number is 1-888-5 Mexico, toll free in Canada and the US, or just email me to john@mexicolife.com and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for that. Let us help you lower or eliminate your capital gains in real estate. Bye now.